Hey guys, myderpinabox here, playing the flat panzer. After the 4.4 buff where Wargaming broke the DPM, so this tank now has better DPM than a Comet, better DPM than a T-54, and almost at the same level as the Object 140. I like to go find the mediums when I'm playing. Your armor is a little bit troll for them, and also they generally think they have a better rate of fire, so it becomes a problem for them, and then it's too late. So I'm going to go over to the left here and just kind of see what we can find. Alright, so we've progressed the game a little bit. Not really had a whole lot of action so far. One of my tanks decided to YOLO into the middle here, so I'm now coming over and trying to make the best of that and farming some damage while he's dying, trying to get the tanks back to even. So we're at 1-1, I've still got a couple targets here. I see this KV-1S pop out, I put one in him, and I'm hoping he misses. He does not. So that takes about half of my health, and so at that point I decide I better move around to the other side because I can't sit there and take another shot. So I was a little bit indecisive there, and I'm still in the middle, which I probably shouldn't be. I get lucky and catch a bounce, and at that point I just decide to back out and go see if I can get around on the flank and hope that these guys don't have great map awareness. Here I am popping up on the flank kind of cautiously. I know there's a bunch of heavies sitting there. Just going to see if I can get a cheap shot in. I do get one on the KV-1. Just watching these other tanks, and none of them are really looking at me at this point, which is great. So I'm going to keep using this insane DPM here. I'm shooting for drive wheels, hoping that I can get them stuck. At that point they take a peek. Can't tell what gun they're running, so I back up just to make sure I don't get killed here. It's pretty apparent given the score and what my team's doing that I'm going to have to win the game if we're going to win. So he got distracted a little bit. He's looking for me, he knows I'm there, but he can't see me. Put a kill shot on him. And then this other KV is not very aware of what's going on. I'm unspotted still at this point by him, even though I just shot. So you can see he's facing the other way. He does have a big enough gun to kill me. I've put 2 in him already. Here comes the third one. He's still rotating towards me. I missed that shot. Getting a little bit lucky here that he missed, that I gave him a little bit of an angle. And at that point, it's lights out for him. So I put 4 shots in him, and he only even got 1 shot back. So I'm rolling up here, running out of timer. Got this guy in the middle, and again, he's looking to the right. By the time his turret traverses, he's already dead. 2 quick shots. 220 alpha, I think, on the 8.8 that you're running here at tier 6. It's just a little crazy. And this guy's not paying attention, so I get up on him quick. Pretty easy pulls. So here we are again, and same principle, I'm trying to find the mediums, so I don't really want to get up in the middle until I can see where everyone is, so I'm going to roll to this back hill, just wait for some tanks to be spotted. I've got some guys that are actually pushing up, which is always nice, so I can see that there's at least one over there. I'm still just waiting a minute. My team seems to be doing okay. Another one's popping up in the back. I'm really just kind of trying to find, the whole team. Thinking of heading to the valley here to the left just to go a short flank, but I don't want to do that and run into the whole team of heavies. So just waiting again for them to be spotted. More tanks are popping up now. And so I'm asking my team to draw them out as opposed to YOLO over the hill, which our team likes to do. So here my team is starting to YOLO a little bit. They're getting low on HP. I'm okay in general to fight a lot of tanks because of the great DPM, but I don't have a ton of my own HP to work with, so I've got to roll up here a little bit more aggressive than I would like to, just because I think the battle's going to be over if I don't. Now all these red mediums are engaged up on the hill, so I'm hoping to punish them a little bit, and it doesn't take very long for them to start losing a lot of health and be dead, especially at this tier. So here's a T1 heavy, or actually an M6 that's just not paying attention. He's done. This guy's looking at me but can't figure out his gun depression. Get a little bit lucky with a shot there into the top of his turret. One of them sees me now, but it doesn't really matter because this guy that's getting shot is not paying attention at all. He's got one shot left. He's done. Here comes the Chi. He doesn't have enough DPM to really worry me. He's not fast enough to COD, so this is going to be bad news for him as well. My team at this point is starting to overrun him a little bit. There you can see I get track, just a quick repair kit, and finish this guy off. Actually, sometimes the closer you are to these mediums, as long as you don't get overextended, is better because they'll shoot off the front of your slope. So now we've got a 5-2 advantage, even though we've got some low HP tanks. Now KV2s are really bad news for you here because one shot and you're done. I've got somebody blocking me in the back, which is awesome. And then luckily he gets taken out. So really got to watch out for KV2s and SU-100Ys, the infamous box tank, because they'll end your game before you can really get a use of your DPM. At this point, you guys are probably sensing a theme here, whereas I'm just trying to go find the mediums. This is an ideal situation. This is what I hope for, because one of their mediums is actually overextended and engaged, thinking he had a one-on-one right there. He does not, and his game is over. We were 34 seconds into the game, and they're down a tank. Now we're both down one, but that's okay. Theirs was a tier higher, I think, than ours anyway. So I'm going to roll up here on the left, just because it doesn't look like their team's really pushing. It looks like they're all sitting in a cluster in the back. So I'm going to go try to find out what I can. Right here, this Chi pushes over the hill. He made a bad mistake, realizes it now, and he's done. So 5 seconds, he just took 2 shots from me and a couple from the team. Now they're starting to push left, so I'm just going to back and see here what they're doing. This is a Panzer IV. I'm probably running the derp gun, but he's not going to be able to pen me from that angle. He's done. Here comes a VK. So, you know, he pulls around the corner here thinking he's going to out DPM me. That's actually a tier 7 tank, I believe. No, sorry, that's the tier 6. But when he pulls around the corner there, he realizes, I think now that he's permatracked, that he made a bad decision. So once again, you've taken another tank out of the game. And then just rolling around the corner here, trying to use my mini-map again to figure out where they are. And just to see if I can get some guns out. They've got one sitting right there, put one in him. My team does help, so my team's actually pretty functional in this time, except for the one guy that overextended. So now we're down 2 bases in supremacy, which, you know, it's early enough in the game that it might not matter, but it can also become a problem if we don't hurry up and either find their tanks or get at least one of the bases. So I'm going to cap C because I'm sitting by it and the rest of my team is too. My team composition right now is really heavy and slow. This SU-85 could be fast if he wanted to, but doesn't really seem to know what he's doing. So at this point, I'm going to have to go hunting their light tanks. And that's what I'm doing, circling around to the right because we saw the wheel at one point pop up. So you saw there, this tank does have excellent aim time. I'm only running GLD, the gun lane drive. I'm not even running any of the rest of the second row equipment or the vertical stabilizers because you just don't need it. and spare parts are at such a premium anymore that there's no reason to. So this Leo is going to run. They've got 850. It's a good decision on his part. He's not going to wind up killing our whole team. If I was him, I might have tried to just take me out because I'm so low health. If he could get rid of me, everything else is slow and he could win the game. My team here, again, really pretty fortunate in terms of public games. One of the guys actually does cap B, even though the other two super slow tanks decide to chase and they have no chance of catching. This Leo obviously going to run away. He's trying to go C. I know he's going C. I'm going to go back over there and see if I can catch him because he's coming from the left side. Even if he hadn't capped, I thought he would pop out on the right if he was just trying to run. He's got a cap since we have 3 bases. At this point, I'm feeling really good about it. The other thing is that Leos have a hard time pinning this tank from the front because of the sloped armor unless they're going to shoot APCR, which a lot of them don't know to do. Really unfortunate miss there, and you can see I just bounced every single shot of his, shooting for drive wheels because there's nothing they can do. My adrenaline came back, so I popped that real quick. He's running into a rock, not real sure what to do, and I'll just go in for the ram kill, so another pools. These games that you're seeing, I recorded all of them in about a 45-minute period, so I only had really 3 games that weren't worth showing. So this tank really just has too much capability at this point, so you might as well enjoy it while it lasts. Here we are again on the new map. I personally don't like to go C, don't like to go bridge because it's just a shooting gallery, so if you don't have great armor and if you don't have a turret, you're going to really struggle up there. So I'm trying to tell the team not to go C. We always have a couple people that think they know best, so they're going C anyways. Some of the team is listening, they're going slowly. I'm rolling right up here overlooking B because you can get early spots here with how fast this tank is and with the DPM. You can pop up and put some shots in people. I was not expecting their KV2 to be there, but I have better camo skill than he does. He's blind shooting into that bush because he thinks I'm still there. Just trying to get a couple shots in. If you saw, this is a 6-7 game, so there's a couple KV2s on red when I was looking at the tank composition and a few light tanks also. So those light tanks have better, enough good traverse that they could actually give me a problem if they got right up on me. And so just trying to stay map aware. I know one of these guys is running, so I found him. I put one in him as he's running through, and I've not exposed any shots yet. Again, I'm just looking around. These guys are going up the hill. It's going to cost him some HP as he's trying to go up there. Got a drive wheel, but unfortunately I took a shot and backed up, and then he was able to repair. So just trying to watch again, see if this guy's really an idiot and he's going to pop out in front of me, or if he realizes that I'm watching him. Took another shot there, which I probably shouldn't have been watching the other tank so intently. And at this point, we're getting pushed 4-on-1 on the back. So I'm going to turn around here and actually go back and try to secure one side of the map. So take one more shot in the back, see this KV2, just watching the mini map a little bit, thinking I've got better rate of fire. I want to take him out. Now I'm going to push down over this hill and really kind of go through B around the corner. I don't want these tanks behind me. Again, use my great DPM. I got to have my team as a meat shield. Unfortunately, somebody's got to take the shots, and so I'm going to try to secure this one side of the map. My tank blocked my kill shot there on the Bulldog, but that's okay. So we're 3-on-3, and I'm just going to try to turn around here and see what they're doing. Alright, at this point you can see they've got 3 pretty low health tanks. I've got one shot and 1 low health. They're not paying attention to me. I derped that shot there. These stabilizers might have helped that time, but that's too late for this guy to realize what's going on. He's done. So right now we've got a 1 tank advantage, but they do have 2-on-1 right there. I'm going to take out the jagdpanzer because that's another great DPM tank. You can see this guy pops down and does get a kill shot on my teammate. He's tracked now, and he's going to try to get away, but it's not going to matter. He doesn't have anywhere to go. My teammate actually is coming in and finishing him off there, so another victory. Here we are in Himmelsdorf. I would prefer to go to the medium side, but just looking at our lineup, we've got 4 heavies and 2 TDs, and their team is really heavy stacked on mediums and lights. So I don't want to go by myself. I'm going to go over here with our heavies and just kind of camp in the back and see if we can get some early spots. Maybe they'll overextend and pop out on the side. Here we're getting an early spot. Again, KV2, the one thing I really don't want to get shot by. And they've got some heavies popping out, so they did not go to the rails even though I thought they would. And you can see here this 12T is overextended, trying to get some shots. They're all sitting in the back, and this is ideal for me because I'm not spotted. And so if they're going to continue to pop out, there's a good chance they're going to start getting permatracked here. This KV2, I would love to get him out of the game. He's trying to line up a shot. You can see right there his drive wheel went, and he's done. So I feel good about that now. And again, my team is not doing a ton of damage, but they are pretty effectively spotting and at the same point in time not overextending. And here comes another guy popping out. So this guy's asking their team to give me an inactivity because I just ruined his game. That's okay. You'll see a lot of butthurt with this tank. Again, just keeping an eye on what's happening. We've got a 1 tank advantage. Looking over here to see where the numbers are. They've got one guy that's pushed up. I'm going to try to get up there and get him. And actually, as I'm driving up to get the guy that normally would be on decap if it was supremacy, I see this ARL. I don't want him behind me, and he doesn't really seem to be paying attention, so I go up and put a couple in him. Even now, he does realize I'm chasing him. It's going to be a little bit too late. He can turn and put a shot at me if he wants to. It's not going to matter. There's the drive wheel again. Again, the big key with this tank, just to keep the tank still, make them burn those repair kits. Again, 8 seconds in, they could be out of both repair kits, and then they're done for the next 90 seconds. And it's just 5-on-1 at this point, so I'm not really that concerned about it, but I'm going to try to come around here and steal a couple extra shots and see if I can farm a little bit of damage. And I get the drive wheel. So here we are on Middleburg. I'm again with the medium as I pop up the hill to check it out. Miraculously missed the first shot, but it doesn't matter because he hasn't spotted me and he's not going to make it. So here we are, 1 kill in. We've got the advantage. I can see a couple tanks in town at least, so I know we got the advantage. I'm telling the team to go ahead and attack. They're all confused as they usually are. But I'm going to go anyways here. So at this point, I'm not too sure who's following me. I can see some people are on the mini-map. I'm going to roll up here, and at this point, it looks like at least some of my team is coming. Take out this first guy that's sitting in front of me. Leave him to my team now. I'm going after this Chi. I probably should look for cover here, but I've been having such a good run that I just decided to sit in front of him and shoot at him. You can see I'm taking some shots here. Low rolled a shot or two, was hoping to get higher. We've got a 12T in the back. I think he's either lagging or was initially AFK, but at this point he's going to be dead. So just farming some easy damage here. Team takes care of him, and at this point I'm going to turn around and go back and deal with the other slow heavy that made it up the hill. I can tell that it's a VK. I don't really want to take too many shots from him, and he is staring right at me, so I waited for him to shoot there, and I'm now going to charge him. You can see he pops adrenaline. I get a little bit of bad RNG there, and at this point I just decide to go because it's 5-2, and I'm looking to get some extra damage. I do take 1 shot there. Luckily he's not fully upgraded. And now I'm going to sit right here with a little bit of an angle because I've got sloped front armor. That's enough to take care of him. Now we've got our KV2 in town. So as I make it down the hill here, just wanted to farm a little bit of extra damage before this game's over. Put 1 enemy in the back. Just playing for the reload now. Can't quite make it around the corner, and I'll take care of it. And here we go, last game of the night, in case anybody's still watching. Again, I was having a great run here. like to go to the medium side here. Looking at the matchups, we're about even, and I'm going to tip the scale if I actually cross, which I'm planning to do. Watching my team here, they're not really paying attention, don't really know what they're doing, and in fact most of them are going down. Just take another peek at the lineup, and there's nothing really that's scaring me. So I'm going to go ahead and get across. I know that if I can get across and get my front armor towards them, that at my rate of fire I'll be able to take out at least a couple tanks or scare them away. So even though my team went left, I just decided to go ahead and push forward here to see what I can find. So you can see that I am by myself, and red did come this way. They're not the smartest group of guys here. I'm across and I am fairly covered. So I'm just going to use the fact that I'm covered to try to get some extra shots in here. Missed one on the Leo. You saw me put one in the St. Emile earlier. Another missed shot there, so I'm getting a little bit of bad RNG here, but nobody's really looking at me at this point. Now the Kuru finally decides that I'm over here and he's taking aim. That's a tough tank that I really don't want to take shots from. So I'm going to go back here to cover and see if something will charge me. Again, them coming over the corner, they're going to take a bunch of damage before they're able to get shots on me. You can see there's 4 of them there, 5 of them. I got 1 unspotted in the valley, and at this point it looks like they've decided that they're going to get rid of me, which might as well, because my whole team is still unspotted and doing their best heavy flank, as they often like to do. So I'm going to roll up here. I have a little bit of gun depression. I can see if I can get the top of this turret. Can't quite do it. So I'm going to back up again. He bounces a shot. I shoot with the dirt because it seemed like a good idea. I've got him by a lot on rate of fire, and he clearly does not know that. So he takes a little roll over the hill, takes a couple big shots from me, and at this point I've got another guy charging me on the right, just trying to make this unappealing to them, and luckily that guy was an idiot and actually decided to ram me. Here's the Nash one that I shot earlier when I said St. Emile is actually the Nash. I'm using this dead tank for cover. I'm just kind of waiting to see what these guys are doing. At this point they've decided that they'd rather probably not charge me, but they're a little bit committed. So here comes the Kuru again. My teammate takes him out, which is great. And now I turn around here. I'm gonna see if I can get to this Nash horn. Got him, and now we're just going to roll with the rest of the team. So again, I held the side against the entire team, although not the smartest players ever. Still, you can see how you can use the gun depression and the troll slanted armor in the front to use those hills to your advantage.